Welcome to Mentors for IAS. This is a very unique initiative in the history of UPSC mentoring. So we will be giving you all the guidance and the hand-holding for all the parts of this examination, all the stages of this examination, and we are here to help you. So under this initiative, we'll be conducting the mains mentorship program, which is meant for the mains examination of civil service in the year 2024. So we right from the content to the strategy to hand holding and with respect to all kind of guidance, we are going to help you in this one. So before you go to the examination hall, you should have some things in mind. So content finally matters, but more than content, the other important things. So non-content things, that is with respect to the calculation, with respect to strategy, with respect to time management, with respect to speed, many things matter in the examination, not just the content. So in that pursuit, we'll be guiding you with respect to how to prioritize the questions. So basically this particular class is called as the power of prioritizing. So power of prioritizing, basically we fail to prioritize in our day-to-day life also. So how much priority has to be given for a particular task 1, particular task 2, particular task 3. So when we look about the results at the end of the day, finally if you take the gross average, then it appears like it was below average like a day. So that is how we tend to lose the confidence. So similarly in the examination hall also, if you don't have the priority, that is prioritizing your questions, definitely you will tend to write some random answers without having a thought in it, without having a planning for it. So basically we tend to lose confidence in the mid of the examination itself. So that is why before entering into the questions, so we have to make a plan, like which question you are attending first, which question you are keeping it for later, and which question you are honestly writing as much as you know, not boasting a lot. So when it comes to the prioritizing, we have to make two types of priorities here. First priority, it is with respect to the marks. So based on the marks, we have 10 15 markers and 10 markers. So generally our Indian tendency, or generally the natural tendency, is to start from 1 and ending at 20. So in the previous video I told how we miss out on last 4-5 questions. That is, like, we tend to write very good answers from the beginning and finally we lose out the time. We don't give the importance for time while we are writing. So hardly we see our watches around 3 to 4 times in examination hall. Only when it comes to the end, we frequently see our watches. So that is why from the minute 1, we have to give priority for our knowledge first. So even with respect to the knowledge, we have to prioritize the questions. So under that, we have to look at well-known questions. As soon as you read the question, you will come to know that your preparation with respect to that question is fantastic. And you will feel elated, like I am going to blast this question, or I am going to write very well in this question. But when you look at few questions where you know less, then you will get a fear. You will get a fear and you will generally try to avoid that question. But any question in mains that we are avoiding is going to be fatal. At least the partial knowledge what we have to exhibit there with the utter honesty. And when it comes to the moderately known questions, we have to show it to the evaluator that, sir or madam, I know only this much, and honestly I am trying to answer in this one, and some of the things I am generalizing and writing, and some of the things are very specific. So this kind of honesty will fetch us more marks. So when you open the question paper, first look at the 15 markers, because here the mileage is more. Mileage is more in the sense, when you come across a question, the same answer can be stretched for 15 marks, the same answer can be contrasted for, or shrunk for 10 marks. So basically, here you have a free hand to stretch a bit. So first, you have to select those known, well-known questions in the 15 markers. Well-known questions in the 15 markers. Generally, if you take the average, out of these 10 questions, 6 questions will be well-known to you. If your preparation is very good and you have done all the justice with the time that you have spent with the examination, you will be knowing 6 questions very well. And when it comes to the 10 markers, again, the well-known questions you have to write, those questions will be around 6 out of 10 again. So generally 6 questions in 10 markers also, you'll be knowing very well. So spend more time on these questions, 6 15 markers and 6 10 markers, because these will get you more, what I would say, the momentum. Because you are not looking at these moderately known questions and less known questions. And there is no compulsion that you have to go from 1 to 20. So break that barrier. Break that barrier and look at only those questions which will get you more marks. Otherwise, if you mix your risk, like you are writing a known question, moderately known question, and the least known questions together, you only will not be able to gauge how well you are doing in the paper. So in the initial hour itself, you are going to lose the confidence. The mains is all about gaining the confidence in the initial hours, similar to the prelims. So basically, when we get the confidence, when we are fighting on our strengths, then only we are getting. So strength is what? The knowledge. So what we have known, we are answering that. We are not going to take risk in the unknown questions. So if you club these questions, around 12 questions totally, out of 3 hours, even if you spend around 2 hours 10 minutes on these 12 questions, it's worth it. Because as I told in the previous session, that anywhere 6 out of 10 marks is what the maximum you are going to get, and 9 out of 15 is what you are going to get at the maximum in the 15 marks. So if you take 6 into 6 and this 6 into 9, so basically you are getting around 90 marks here. So if you express yourself well, very well in these questions, these 90 marks are in your pocket, because you are not leaving anything in these questions, because these are your favorite questions and you are not supposed to leave anything, and you should not have anything, any fear related to this, and don't worry about these questions at all when you are writing this. So in 2 hours 10 minutes, if you are getting 90 marks, or on a conservative basis, let's say 80, that's worth it. Because in another 15 minutes, you are going to take some risk, because you have to attend these questions. Only attending 12 questions and coming out, again, it is a fatal. You cannot clear mains like that. So you have to take certain risk. So now, in the remaining questions, be it 8 or 6 or 10, whatever be the remaining questions in these sections, you are going to moderately known questions. And you know that you know less in this, and you have to be honest here. Like 2 pages in 10 markers and 3 pages in 15 markers, we are not going to fill. Maybe 1/4 of the page, maybe here 2 pages we are filling. That's it. And we know that we are spending less time in this, because we have spent a lot of time in the known questions. So here we should not fear that we have less time, because we are expressing honestly that only we know this much. So here somewhere our illustration will come to our help. Illustrations like block diagrams, map, and the charts, those things. Because with the limited knowledge what you have, you are trying to maximize your score. So that is what is the importance of the illustrations. So in the next session, I'll be dealing with the importance of illustrations. You can note like what all the types of illustrations are there, so that I'll take in the next session. So basically, in these 4 questions, which are moderate in nature according to your knowledge, so basically around 30-35 minutes you are spending here, and you are not writing full, you are writing whatever that you know in these pages. And we are not expecting huge marks also. So in these 4 questions, let's say 2 15 markers and 2 10 markers. So maybe I am expecting at the max 5 here. I am expecting at the max 3 here. 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3. Around 16 marks you will get. So here you are getting around 90. Here you will get around 16. So already 106 marks are done for you. You will be remained with around 15 to 20 minutes at the end, and you will be left with 4 questions. No matter how genius you are, how fast you are, in the UPSC mains examination, last 15 to 20 minutes, you will be remained with 3 or 4 questions for sure. So that is the general trend. That is the general psych or general, like the planning of any aspirant. So you don't have to worry about that. Everyone will be on the equal page. So better you get prepared for this situation also. You are hardly spending around 4 to 5 minutes in these questions, because already you have decided that you are going to write less in that, because knowledge that you have in those questions is less. Again, exhibit there. Maybe out of these 2 pages, you are writing only 1 page there. Out of 3 pages, you are writing maybe 1.5 pages there. And whatever that you know, with a moderate level of handwriting, you are just scribbling down something and you are going there. And what is the marks that we are expecting? So here around 2 questions, here around 2 questions. So finally, maybe around 3 marks here, around 1.5 mark here, or 2 marks here. So clubbing that, again, you are going to add around 9 to 10 marks to your total. So doing all the math, you will get around 115 marks. So which is very good score. 115. If you take in all the papers of GS, 115, 115, 115, it's a dream come true for any aspirant, because you are heavily depending upon essay, ethics, and options, because they are scoring compared to this GS. So we have to have these many, like strategies, or the nitty-gritty of the mains examination have to be well understood. Then only we have to go to the mains battle. Otherwise, just reading few books over the years without practicing anything, without knowing the plans, if you go there, no matter how intelligent, how fantastic you are, at the end of the results, you will come to know that you are scoring somewhere 70, 80, all that thing. So unless you convert your knowledge into marks, it's of no use in this one. Yeah, you gain knowledge, you become sage, you become saint, it doesn't matter, but you have come to this field to get the rank. So that has to be there in your mind. For that, it is not just about the dedication, it is not about the preparation, you have to be smart. So just doing the hard work, you are not going to get anything. So you have to put in the smart work along with your hard work, then you are going to get something. So like this, we are covering many strategy videos with respect to the mains examination, and it is part of our mains mentoring program, which is meant for the people who are writing the mains this year, that is in 2024. So for these videos, or the videos like this, so please look into our channel, and please contact us for your need of the hour or need for this examination, be it prelims or mains or anything as part of civil service examination. The mentors for IAS is very happy to help you in this regard. We have to see more marks, less pain, and more results. Thank you. Thank you very much.